Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Share the broadcast. Share on your own group. Share your group where you belong. Share to your WhatsApp group. Share to family group. Share to your own page. Share to your own Facebook. Any place you belong, share the video and let us move on. We will continue to send out the message whether they like it or not. We will continue to preach the gospel. We will continue to speak and tell the world what is going on. It doesn't matter either they like it or not. We will continue to tell them what is going on. Share the video on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share any place you belong. You share the video so that we can be able to send this message across. No matter the attack they bring, they are bringing the attack from all corners, from all angles, but we will not allow them to stop us. They try to hinder us. They try to stop us from broadcasting. They try to disrupt our broadcast, but we will not allow them to discourage us or to stop us or to put us down. That is why we will have to continue to send out the message. Please share the video as you're joining. You share. Share on your own platform. Share any place you belong, on your WhatsApp group, on your family group. Share to those who need to hear the word of encouragement. Share to those who need to hear our voice on what is going on in the Zoological Republic. Share and tell them, let's continue to send out the information out there. Ikechukwu Paul Okobia, thank you so much for joining. Ikechukwu, thank you for connecting wherever you are connecting from. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. As you join the broadcast, please kindly share the video. They are really oppressing us, are really trying to make sure that our broadcast doesn't go far, but we will continue to send out the message. We will continue to speak. No matter how the kind of restriction they give to us, no matter the kind of attack they give to us, we will continue to speak and set the record straight. We will not allow them to change our tone. We will not allow them to discourage us. Because all is not well. A lot of things are going on. All is not well. As you are watching this video, any place you are watching from, I appreciate you. I thank you so much. If you are watching from Biafra land, if you are watching from Asia, you are watching from Europe, from America, from Australia, whichever part of the world you are watching from, I say, may you continue to guide and protect you. We must continue to send this message across, no matter what they do, no matter what they say. Today, you can agree with me that some people, the one Nigerians today are already cutting the ticket of Somalia. The one Nigerians today are buying Somalia tickets. They are rushing Somalia tickets from all angles. You see, when our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out and gave that advice, some people took it to a joke. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you are not going to let Biafran people go, prepare to get your Somalia tickets. Because Nigeria is going to be like Somalia. And today, you can see they are already buying the Somalia tickets. So many of them have chosen the option of buying the Somalia ticket instead of letting the Biafran people go. So while Biafrans are preparing to go home in their numbers, you see the other group of people buying their Somalia tickets. A whole lot of them acquiring their Somalia tickets, and they are ready to move. But those of us who are preparing to go home will continue to prepare as fast as we can, as quick as we can. As we are preparing to go back home in 2023, you see the people the one Nigerians, they are buying their Somalia tickets. And you will ask, how are they buying their Somalia tickets? If you have not heard, you are hearing it now. So many people, every single one Nigerian is buying Somalia tickets. When you hear them talking about PVC, hear them talking about election, that PVC is actually a Somalia ticket. The PVC you are getting is actually a Somalia ticket, and you're going to go to Somalia. That is actually what you are inviting. When you see somebody going for PVC, campaigning for PVC, talking about PVC, talking about election, promoting election, promoting either any political party or whatever. That person is actually buying his or her own Somalia ticket. And today, Somalia ticket has become the hot thing on market. Somalia ticket, it has become very much available in the market. People are buying Somalia ticket in Nigeria. Somalia has become like London, it has become like the US for them. It has become to like a heaven for them. And you see the one Nigerian is rushing to buy their Somalia tickets. They should go ahead. But those of us, the Biafran people, the Ududua people, the Middle Veterans that are willing to be free, as we prepare to go home, those one Nigerians, they are buying their Somalia ticket. They are buying their Somalia ticket. And you see what has transpired in Abuja. When you look at what is playing out in Abuja, you will know that there are some people who have even purchased more tickets than the others. Some have bought through and through. Some bought one-way tickets. Some bought and bought for their families. When you watch what is happening in Abuja, you see that it is very, very close. Very close. They are buying their Somalia tickets and they are moving to Somalia very, very fast. But for us, we don't want to follow them to that with that ship that is going to Somalia. We don't want to follow those pirates to Somalia. We are going down to from the ship and we are going back home. That is what we will do. We are going back home with force, on a high speed. We are going back home, no matter how they try, no matter the attack they bring, no matter how they try to stop us, we go back home. That is what we have chosen to do, and that is what we are going to do. We are going to go back home. That is why Biafrans are standing firm and saying there will be no election in Biafra land. Not only saying it, we are putting it at work, putting everything necessary in order to make sure that the election does not hold in Biafra land, because we are not ready to go to Somalia, and we will never be able to go to Somalia. We have a home. While we are returning to our home, the one Nigerians, they are heading to Somalia. They are heading to Somalia. When you look at what is playing at Abuja, Abuja is already handed over. But still, some of them are pretending that all is well. You saw their lawmakers. The people who call themselves lawmakers, they come out and they are giving the president 6 weeks. What is 6 weeks? What do you mean by 6 weeks? They are giving him 6 weeks on impeaching jokers, bunch of jokers. Bunch of jokers. When you see them talk, you know that these people are all jokers. Somebody who has been in power for more than 7 years, and just few months for him to leave office, you are talking about giving him another 6 weeks. You are giving him 6 weeks, a multiple before you impeach him. It shows that you don't know what you are doing. It shows that all of them are complicit in this very issue. It shows that all of them are putting their egg in one basket. The same thing is what they're doing. They are all sponsoring the terrorists. Because if they are serious, knowing fully well that Abuja has been taken over, you go ahead and impeach the president immediately. If you move the impeachment, let it be that it was not impeached. Just move it. Don't even give him 6 weeks. You're giving him 6 weeks for what? What is that you want to see that you have not seen? What kind of invasion haven't you seen that you want to see? What failure again do you want to see that you have not seen that is making you to give him 6 weeks? If not that you are protecting your evil loot, you are only pretending to be giving him 6 weeks. Meanwhile, you are supporting him. Meanwhile, you are supporting the evil. You are supporting the evil. Because if these people who call themselves lawmakers, if these people who call themselves politicians and lawmakers, the Senate, if they are serious, they go ahead and impeach the man. A man that has been in power for more than 7 years, he's supposed to serve for 8 years. He has been in power for more than 7 years. Just few months for him to leave power. You're giving him 6 weeks, or you impeach him. Even when we know that you cannot impeach him. It shows how weak you people are. It shows how unwilling every one of them are. It shows how prepared they are to move into that Somalia. And every one of them is cutting their ticket. Even the 6 weeks they're giving that 6 weeks for them to pack their bag and baggages. That 6 weeks, they pack their bag and baggages and move straight to Somalia. Non-stop. It will be a one-way ticket for all of them. That is what it's going to be. That is why they are giving 6 weeks. They are giving a man that has stayed 7 years plus. He did nothing. He did not. What is that you want to see that house? Is it the invasion of the terrorists? The terrorists are already in charge of Abuja. They are in charge everywhere. People that have gone to correctional center, and they broke it and they released their own people. They didn't stop there. They went to attack the presidential convoy and they killed people. They went to attack your highest security, well-trained one, the most trained security say you have. You say, what do you call them? You say it's presidential guard or whatever. Attack your presidential guard, kill people. They didn't do anything. They threatened to kidnap the imposter in Asorock and kidnap the governor that is sponsoring them. Well, simply because they are part of them, they don't care. They really don't care. They really don't care about it. They don't care. The threat the terrorists are threatening, they are only threatening the citizens. They are threatening the citizens. They want the citizens to be uncomfortable. They want to put fear in the eyes of the. But of course, when you see the way the presidency is relaxed, you know that they are part of it. They are part of the game. The way the presidency is relaxed in the face of all the whole threat, in the face of all the whole attack, it shows that they are part of it. He is very much aware what is going on. That is why we say that Nigeria is a terrorist government. A full-time terrorist government, a failed state, a state that is already in the hand of the terrorists. But some people are still pretending. Some people are still pretending, buying their ticket for Somalia gradually. Some that are, their own money has not completed, they are rushing to make sure they get their Somalia visa. And that is what is going on. They are purchasing their Somalia visa on daily basis. You see people going for Somalia visa. They are so-called giant of Africa. Giant of Africa that cannot protect their capital. You cannot protect Abuja. If you can't protect Abuja, where are you going to protect? Is it my village that you're going to protect? But still, you see people walking around and be talking about election, vote and vote. The Fulani knows that vote will not happen anywhere. They know. They know. Including the imposter in Asorock. The imposter in Asorock knows very well that there will be no election. He knows. He knows there will be no election. But you join him to begin to peddle the lies, begin to preach PVC and whatnot. Even when you know that those are not real. Those are not real. You see the lawmakers, they say they give the president 6 weeks. That 6 weeks is for themselves, for them to be able to arrange themselves, pack their bag and baggages, and get their Somalia visa ready to move. That is why they are. The 6 weeks is not to impeach. They can't impeach anybody. They can't. Because if they had the power to impeach Muhammad Buhari, or if they can impeach him, they should have done that without any prayer notice. Because this man has been in power for more than 7 years. He just have few months to stay. He just have few months for him to stay. Somebody has been there for years. You think all of a sudden, within these few months is when he will do something. If you feel there's a serious situation you want to make an impact, you go ahead and impeach him. Giving him 6 weeks or what? 6 weeks for you to prepare yourself and buy your Somalia visa. Well, they have really advertised the Somalia visa. And some citizens in that country called Nigeria have bought into that movement to Somalia. They have bought into it. Majority of the one Nigerians, every one of them have gotten their ticket already. Every one of them. All thanks. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them that advice, and you see what they chose. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them advice. Leave Biafra, let Biafra go. Conduct referendum, let every indigenous tribe decide their fate and go. If you don't do that, prepare to get your Somalia visa. So because they have chosen not to do that, they choose not to conduct a referendum, they choose not to let Biafra people go, and now they are busy cutting their Somalia visa. They buy the visa, they buy for themselves and buy for their children and their wives. One Nigerian is that are campaigning. You see every one of them purchasing their Somalia visa. Some are doing it intentionally, some are doing it unknowingly. But it is the truth. The truth and nothing but the truth. It doesn't matter how you pretend. We have gotten to that stage. For a very long time, it was a story. When people say, oh, Afghanistan's scenario is going to play in Nigeria, they attack you. Why would you say that? You are too extreme. A governor came and said, they attack the governor. Why would you say that it's too extreme? Is it still too extreme today? Are you still going to say it's too extreme today to say that? To my own very surprise, I saw the same person that was attacking the governor. The same person who was attacking the governor, I saw him when he was talking to presidential aide, the media aide to late Muhammad Buhari, Femi Adesina. He was telling Femi Adesina about the crisis in Abuja. Shegu was telling Femi Adesina the crisis in Abuja, and Femi Adesina was laughing. He said he didn't even hear the shot of gun. He said the gunshot he had been hearing are gunshot from the military, not gunshot from outside. And Shegu was telling him that you are in Abuja, I'm in Abuja, so I know what is happening. Even though you are in Asorock, where you feel protected, but I'm outside Asorock, so I will tell you what is happening. And Femi Adesina was laughed over it. He's still saying that Muhammadu Buhari is doing well for them. After all, he is living in the Asorock. And Shegu made this clear to him. That is how clueless they are. The difference between us and them is that we say the word the way it is. We give it to you raw. At all times. Consistency. We never say one today and tomorrow we are saying a different. What we tell you today, tomorrow we'll say it, next tomorrow we'll repeat it. At any even time when you call us, wake up, we'll tell you the same thing. Abuja has fallen. Abuja has fallen. Abuja has fallen. And when you hear the terrorists telling you that they're going to Asorock to carry their brother in Asorock, they will do so. The terrorists told you that they're going to go to Asorock and take their brother, and you think it's a joke. They are going to do it. Go and check every other thing I have said in the past. Go and check every other thing that the terrorists have said in the past. They fulfilled it. And this one is not going to be different. They don't hide their plans. Any plan they want to carry out, they announce it and they go ahead and carry out the plan. Go and check. They say that they're going to go to Abuja. They go to Asorock and they're going to take their brother here. And they are going to do it. Just watch and see. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But for those Biafrans, what is important for us today is to protect our territory. To make sure we protect the Biafran people and make sure we'll stop losing life. That is the most important thing to us today. The most important thing for all Biafrans, all Oduduwans, all the Middle Westerners is to secure their land, protect their people, and make sure their people are safe. But when you are talking about their people who are buying Somalia visa, they should go ahead and buy their Somalia visa if they should desire. You never can tell. It is going to happen. It's really, really going to happen. It doesn't matter how they try to cover it up. It doesn't matter how they try to blackmail it. It doesn't matter how they try to change it. It is going to happen. It's going to happen before your own very eyes. For a very long time, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about that, people thought it was a joke. People thought it was a play. People thought he doesn't know what he's saying. After much, everything he has said is coming to pass. That Juma came and said his own. They said, no, it's a propaganda. Obodo Amelafia said his own. They say it's a propaganda. Governor of Benue State came and shouted. They say he's been too extreme. Today, that person that told him that he's been too extreme is the person asking a question. Asking the presidential media aid. And the presidential media aid was laughing. He was laughing it over. He was laughing it over, still feeling that nothing is happening. Even when he gave to him evidence of what's happening in Abuja. Evidence that life is not safe in Abuja anymore. Children cannot go to school anymore. So many meetings have been cancelled because of insecurity in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. And yet, the president is not bothered. Even when he was telling him to ask the president to come and talk to the people, Shegu Adesina says there's no need for the imposter to come and speak. There's no need for the imposter. What is he going to say? What's he going to say? What they are just waiting. The next thing you're going to hear is that he has followed his brother. And they are going to stage it as if it's a kidnap. You see, anything the terrorists tell they're going to do, they will do it. That is the way the imposter and Asorock is going to escape. Because you know that the person that is there is an imposter. And now that they have finished his work, they will go to Asorock and they will kidnap him. And they take him away. And that is the end of the film. This movie you are watching Asorock is going to end very soon. You see, the terrorists have told you how they're going to end the movie. The imposter in Asorock, who is replacing the late Muhammadu Buhari, the mask-wearing man in Asorock. They say they are going to take him. His brothers want to come and take him in the name of kidnap. When they take him, then that is the end of the movie. End of the movie. You will not see him again. He remove his mask. It will be that he's dead or he disappeared. End of the movie. Machiavelli. That is what they're going to see. Just watch and see what is going to play out. They have told you they are coming, and they will come. They will come. Every time you see these terrorists say a word, they are so bold that when they say it, they carry it out because they are confident of what they are doing. They are confident that nobody's going to attack them, nobody's going to challenge them, nobody's going to do anything. Before you make any move, if you are a novice and you take yourself to go and attack them, you'll be dead. You'll be dead. Just like those ones who rush from President Guard, they don't want to go and secure the students. Before they got there, the first people that rushed to go there, they took them down. That's the lesson. This one happened in the city. Then how much more those in the forest? That is the thing that is happening. It is not well anyway. If anybody is telling you that it's going to be better, it is going to get worse by day. It's going to get worse. So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. If it is going to get easy, it is going to get worse. Prepare yourself. Any place you are, prepare yourself for the difficult days ahead. Because we must continue. We must continue. My most concern is my fellow Biafrans who are going home. Our Biafrans, we are going home to prepare our home, Chukwu have prepared a table before us in the presence of our enemy, and they will never overcome us. Whatever we are doing is the plan of Chukwu to go back home. And the time is now, the time is right. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been talking about the time today that we are in. He spoke about it. Some people ignored it, but today, finally, we have got to that time. That time that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about, that very time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about that we will get to, we have gotten to it. That is where we are today. To restore Biafra. And in 2022, the restoration will definitely happen. It doesn't matter whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you want it, whether you don't want it. Biafra is going to come. It is coming already. It is coming. It has been pronounced. The date has been fixed. So what are you waiting for? For any Biafra, any legitimate Biafran that is still waiting behind, maybe he wants to join them to Somalia, we can't force him. If you want to join Somalia, we can't force you. You are free. Very much free to get your Somalia visa and join them over there. That is the prediction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prophet. And everything he says happens. Today, you see how they are rushing for their Somalia visa in the Zoological Republic. They are all rushing for their Somalia visa, every one of them rushing to get their Somalia visa. But for those of us who are going home, we are still standing gribba. No shaking. No shaking. All we are heading is home. Talking about our home. Actualization of Biafra. Restoration of Biafra. We have kicked it off, and no man born of a woman can stop it. It must definitely come. Biafra will definitely come. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does, no matter the attack you bring from east, from west, from north, no matter your propaganda and your lies, it cannot stop Biafra. It cannot stop Biafra. If you like, preach or lie or till forever, you cannot. You can't stop Biafra. It's a moving train. It's a moving train, and it's bound. It has come to stay. Biafra has come to stay. No man. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter how connected you are. It doesn't matter how rich or how wealthy you are. You cannot stop the coming of Biafra. As long as you cannot control the breath of human being, you cannot give breath. You can't take it. As you can't give breath, you can't take it. Chukwu have given us that grace, every single one of us, to be able to find the right cause and be able to restore Biafra. And that is the cause that we have taken. We must restore Biafra. We must restore Biafra. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying, from any angle you are coming from any corner. We believe what we are doing. Excuse me. It's been a very tiring day. I'm not supposed to be broadcasting today, but I have to, because it's not a joke. What we are up against is not a little thing. We are up against a very strong enemy, and when you are fighting such kind of enemy, you must have to stand firm. You must have to be consistent in whatever you are doing. No matter the distraction, no matter the obstacle, no matter the hindrances, no matter the challenges, we should still try as much as possible to move on and go on. Continue to reach out to our brothers and sisters, to encourage them to stay firm. Stay firm and be focused. Protect yourself the best way you can. This is the time for self-defense. Self-defense is the only weapon that we have. Self-defense. Self-defense. You must have to prepare yourself. Teach yourself some skills. Because the state that we are, we have to defend our land. Because you can now see that there is no government in the Zoological Republic. No government. There's no government anyway. So, your life is in your hand. It's left for you to protect your life. It's left for you to secure your life. It's left for you to do the needful. If you choose to live your life carelessly and let them abuse you, so you don't blame anybody for that. You don't blame anybody for that. In this generation, every matured and grown-up person is supposed to be able to decide for him or herself what he wants or what she wants. Make a wise decision. Because for every decision that you make, you're going to pay for it. For every decision, every single decision you make on the planet Earth, you will pay for it. So if you make a wrong decision, you will pay for it. If you make a good decision, of course, you will enjoy the fruit of your labor. That is why everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put in place, we are following it head on. Because we know he had a good plan. We know he established a nation for us. And we will continue to stand in that nation and go along with it. No man can deceive us otherwise. Nobody can push us left, right, and center. You cannot try to confuse us. You cannot try to deceive us. We will remain consistent, fighting for that righteous cause. Biafra. Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. It has come already. It has come. It has come. When you see what is happening in Abuja, when you see it, what is happening in Abuja today, you will know that the Islamization agenda, polarization agenda of the caliphate is real. It's real. And because people in Asorock are in support and sponsoring them, they don't care. People in Asorock are sponsoring them and supporting them, they don't care. Look at the Senate. In a critical situation like this, you are given 6 weeks. And last week, they are going for holiday. They are going for holiday. The Senate, who is collecting the highest amount of salary, they are going for holiday while the country is burning. While the Zoological Republic is in flame, their lawmakers are going for break.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.
And we will continue to stand in that nation and go along with it. No man can deceive us otherwise. Nobody can push us left, right, and center. You cannot try to confuse us. You cannot try to deceive us. We will remain consistent, fighting for that righteous cause. Biafra. Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. It has come already. It has come. It has come. when you see what is happening in Abuja, when you see it, what is happening in Abuja today, you will know that the Islamization agenda, Islamization agenda of the caliphate is real. It's real. And because people in Asorock are in support and sponsoring them, they don't care. People in Asorock are sponsoring them and supporting, they don't care. Look at the Senate. In a critical situation like this, you are given 6 weeks. And that week, they are going for holiday. They are going for holiday. The Senate, who is collecting the highest amount of salary, they are going for holiday while the country is burning. While the Zoological Republic is in flame, their lawmakers are going for break. The 6 week they gave the imposter in Asorock is their holiday. And by the time they come back, tell me how many will remain. You are giving somebody that has spent 7 good years in the office. 7 years plus. Just a few months for him to finish office. You are giving him another 6 months to act at the 6 weeks. You must be a joker. A real joker. That's what you are. And we can't be deceived. They have deceived us a lot. They have told us so many lies. They have tried as much as possible to confuse us and try to push us some false information. But not anymore. Not anymore. We can no longer buy those false information. We can no longer buy into all the false ideas. We can no longer buy into all the lies they have been telling us. We can no longer buy into it. Today, we are wiser and we know what we want. We are much wiser and we know what we want. What we want is freedom. Permanent freedom, not a temporary one. Not a freedom you will pat us at the back and the next day you are shooting us. No. That's not the kind of freedom we want. We don't want a freedom. We don't want you to compensate us with freedom, a compensation freedom. No. We want a permanent freedom that we deserve. That freedom that a human being, Chukwu Okabema, have given human. That is what we're asking for, to restore in us. And we must get it. We must. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter what anybody does. We will get it. Even if you don't believe it, you are going to get it. Because Chukwu Okabema had made it so. When Chukwu Okabema released his grace to the children of Israel, when he releases his grace, it touches everybody, including those who don't believe in him. It touches them. The same way it will be in Biafra land. Chukwu Okabema is going to honor every single word we speak. Chukwu Okabema is going to honor everything we do because we stand on the truth. That is why I tell people, anything you are doing for Biafra, make sure you anchor that thing in the name of Chukwu Okabema. In the name of Chukwu Okabema, the supreme God, Chukwu Okike, the almighty God of creation. That is whom we are talking about. And when you see somebody calling Chukwu Okabema, try to find out which Chukwu Okabema is talking about. Try to find out which of the Chukwu Okabema is he talking about before you can comment. Be sure. Because there are so many people who claim to be calling Chukwu Okabema. When you see them, they will make so much noise. Chukwu Okabema, Chukwu Okabema, Chukwu Okabema. At the end of the day, you'll be wondering, which Chukwu Okabema are these people calling? Which one? Just like the one that took her nude picture and began to share everywhere. That one that gave people her nude picture. She's still shouting Chukwu Okabema. She's still shouting Chukwu Okabema up to today. She's not even ashamed of herself. That is where we have found ourselves. But freedom. Of course, we cannot compromise our freedom. We cannot. We cannot compromise our freedom. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, we cannot compromise our freedom. James Friday, welcome James. Thank you for joining. We can't compromise our freedom. We cannot. It is our legitimate right for us to be free. Free in all aspects of life. Do what you want to do. Go where you want to go. Dress the way you want to dress. Do everything you want to do at your own speed. That is what we are asking for. We are not asking for anybody's land, neither anybody's share or to rule anybody. No. We want everybody, every tribe to be independent on their own. Every tribe should be independent on their own. Be able to provide their food, provide everything they need by themselves. That is what we are asking for, another more. So how is that too much to ask? How is that too much? And instead of them listening, they come along and begin to kill us. They came along and begin to kill us. I told you it's October. I told you that the next court of Asorock Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be October. It's going to be October. But the date is not yet confirmed yet. The date is not yet confirmed, but the next court is going to be October. I'm going to confirm the dates. I escaped it. I have a lot of things to do. I didn't put that into consideration, but I'm going to try to get it and write it down so that on my next, they said I'm going to speak about it. So, we must not relent in our effort in what we are doing. We must not relent. And there is this question you're asking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court reminds me of one thing. I saw there was an information that is flying around that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned. Some people are passing some information that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned, and they are trying to hide it. Well, you see, when it comes to all those kind of information, I don't really speak about them until when I'm sure. I always wait until when I see a write-up from AGR4. If AGR4 can confirm that, they will know. Even if it happened and they're not hiding it for us, then they might have a reason, and we have to wait until we get a confirmed information that. I saw people already making the video saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned. For me personally, and there is nobody that is in that DSS of a category of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that will not be facing such difficulties. That's why each time I pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I pray that every poison that I have been injected with must be neutralized. That's what I pray for him. Every time I pray, I always say that every poison that I have injected into the body of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall be neutralized. So that is it. Sometimes when we see those things, we don't blow it out of proportion. We don't want to exalt it. There's a way you begin to exalt it without a confirmation. And so many informations are coming. We only deal with the information that comes right. Information that comes right. Even if we get an intel about an issue, sometimes we get the secret information about it. We don't speak about it. We don't just jump into it and speak about it. In such kind of a case now, when we hear about that poison of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of course, everybody has to feel concerned. When you feel concerned, what you have to do on your own side, continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Pray for him. We continue to pray for him. We have to continue to pray for him. We have to continue to pray for him. It is said we have to continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because as it stands now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there's no doubt he's still in the territory of the enemy. And when you are in the territory of your enemy, everything is possible. Everything is possible. But we don't exalt an issue or talk about it except it is being confirmed properly. Except it's coming from the open direction it's supposed to come. But once something remains a secret, we treat it as a secret and we keep it that way. I don't make such videos. I saw the video flying everywhere. Somebody was making a video that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned. So, of course, people have to feel concerned. I have been feeling much concerned even before now. I have been praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against poison even before now. If you are following up, each time I pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I include that and say any poison I have given to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be neutralized by Chukwu Kabiam. And that is what Chukwu Kabiam is doing for us. That's what he's doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a threat to them. They know very well. They know the value of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And if they have an opportunity to do anything to him, they will. They know how strong Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. They know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is formidable. They know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the man that can be able to stop their evil agenda. They know it very well. And that is why they can go any length to do anything they want to do. So, the issue of pushing out such propaganda, I don't exalt issues. Mainly, I always advise my fellow Biafrans. It doesn't matter whether you like Ejiofor or you don't like him. It doesn't matter whether Ejiofor is doing what you want him to do or not. Ejiofor remains the only man we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have direct contact with. Ejiofor remains the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the direct lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before he brought in the Asorock. Even upon bringing in the Asorock, Ejiofor still remains his closest lawyer. So any information you did not get from Barrister Ejiofor, of course, you don't have to exalt it. You don't have to exalt any information you didn't hear directly from Barrister Ejiofor. You can't exalt it. You don't have to exalt it. You don't have to. There was a time when they were pushing one propaganda. The same as Nnamdi Kanu have been transferred to somewhere. He's no longer in Kuje prison. He's transferred to he's no longer in DSS. They're transferring to a different place. The rumor continued going. And we couldn't say anything you can't say anything until Ifeanyi Ejiofor says, even there is such a thing, Ifeanyi Ejiofor must notify the people. He will. Because you know very well that if he doesn't, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, Of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to talk about it and ask why wasn't people told. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got such an accident, he was poisoned, and his family Jofo had it and didn't tell Biafrans, there might be a reason, but I don't think he was going to hide such a thing. He cannot hide such a thing. If such a thing happens, he won't hide it. He's going to speak up in case of tomorrow, what happens. He will speak up. So when you see informations like that, do not exalt any information until when you see it coming directly from the right source. And for now, even though we cannot accept everything that he said, because sometimes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can speak in parable, even though we have said that we cannot take everything, each time he brings information, we're going to filter it. But the truth remains that he is still the only person that meets with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who can give us something we can be able to deliberate on. That is the truth. He is still the only person who can go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, come out and tell us what we will deliberate on. It is left for us now to digest what has been given to us, if this is the kind of message Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give on a normal circumstance. Is this what he can say on a normal circumstance? When you begin to compare that with him, for those of us who have been following for a very long time, when you compare and contrast, you will now know either to follow what the person is saying or not to follow. This is how we reach to conclusions on everything. This is how we pursue the things we do. We don't just jump into a topic and talk about it. We have to be focused. And today, as we are moving into Biafra land, that is the most important thing, going back home. We encourage all our Biafran brothers, make sure we protect our Biafran brothers and sisters. Everywhere you are, be protected and guide yourself, because we're going home. In 2023, restoration of Biafra is going to happen. And there's no joke about that. When you see the kind of things that are playing out, if you are a true Biafran, the Biafran blood is flowing in your vein. If you see the kind of thing that's playing out today, you're supposed to be start preparing yourself. You're supposed to be getting your own self-defense around you. Get things to defend yourself. It is no longer a child's play. The kind of pressure you see the terrorists mounting in Abuja, if these people cannot stop the terrorists in Abuja, they can't stop them from advancing in Abuja. Is it in your village that they will stop them? Is it in your village that will stop them? Abuja that have all manner of weapons, they didn't stop them. We have to wake up. We have to, time for gossip and propaganda has really passed. Time for that has really, it has passed. No sensible and reasonable person, no responsible person today should be talking about issue of gossip and blackmail. Every true Biafran today is supposed to be talking about self-defense, how to defend yourself against the terrorists, because they have come. They have come already. They have come, and they come in different shapes and form. Don't think when you're expecting them. Don't begin to look at somebody who dressed like a Fulani. No. They are coming in different shapes and form. The terrorists are coming in different shape and form to invade Biafra land. While you are protecting yourself and keeping yourself awake, while you are trying to be an alert, please make sure you don't begin to focus on. They can dress as anybody. They will not just come as Fulanis. They will come as police. They will come as military. In police uniform, in military uniform, they will come as a Bubag. All these are Fulani invaders, the terrorists. They wear military uniform, well dressed in military uniform. They wear their military, they come in their military uniform. They come in police uniform. They come in the Bubag uniform. So if you are talking about self-defense and you're protecting yourself and you're looking at somebody who dressed like a Fulani man, you are going to miss it. They're going to take you down. They will take you down. That's one area you still have to keep your eyes open and keep your ears open. If you see something, you say something. Do not judge people because you saw them in uniform, you think they are just like you. No, they are not. Look at the kind of thing that happened in Biafra land. No well-trained military man, that has sucked his mother's breast will go in a civilian territory and open fire in the half of the civilian who is not armed. You go to a civilian zone and you open fire in a place that people are not armed. You go, you destroy people's houses, you burn their house down when they are not at home. Only a terrorist does that. Only a terrorist does that. And go and check every one of them. Who is there operating in this Biafra land, acting as military? They are all terrorists. Bunch of terrorists who want to take our life by all means. At every given opportunity, they will take your life. They are everywhere. They are in our bushes. They are in our homes. They are in the road. Any place you go, you meet them. So, what are we going to fly to heaven? No. Of course, we will defend our land. That is the state we are now. To defend Biafra land by all means possible. And that is why I wrote what I wrote on my topic. We are going home. As we prepare to go home, the one Nigerians are preparing for Somalia. It's very clear. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave the advice. It's either you let Biafra go, let the indigenous people go their separate ways, or you prepare to your visa for Somalia. And they have chosen to get the Somalia visa. Every one Nigerian, although politicians, they choose to get the Somalia visa. And you see them preparing. Preparing. When you see how they act, the way they behave, the way they respond to issue, on a serious issue, a time that Abuja of all people is invaded, they are giving the president 6 weeks and they are going for holiday. They are going for holiday. A zoological contraption. No sane person will pray to wake up in that zoological republic. No sane person will pray for that. The only are praying that we will sleep and wake up in Biafra. And it's going to happen. Some of you who doesn't believe, who are still thinking that maybe we are joking, we are playing, it is going to happen before your own very eyes. When it happens, then you will say, oh, these people were saying about this. It's going to happen. As for those who want to go to Somalia, they should go ahead. When you get your visa to Somalia, you get to Somalia. If you are lucky to survive, you will tell the story to your children. If you are not survive, you go to heaven, then or hell. You tell your story over there and tell them what you have done that took you there. We cannot stop. No matter the propaganda they bring from east, west, north, south, all their propaganda, we can never stop. No matter how they try to stop us. It is not easy. To be a freedom fighter, mainly for Biafra, is not easy. To fight for Biafra struggle is not easy. In all angles, you will be attacked. Friends will run away from you. Families will reject you. You don't know who is who. Everybody is a suspect. Everybody is a suspect. Even no matter how genuine you are, people will still be suspecting you. It is not easy. Just like in the media. In the media, they will make sure they suppress you, oppress you, make sure you don't see the daylight. You post the video, some people will not even share. Some Biafrans will not even help you to share the video. Instead, they look for a way to block. Some of the major problems we are having today online is even our fellow Biafrans, fellow agitators. Because of their selfish interest, because of their greed, you see them oppressing their brothers, talking trash. Sometimes you make a post, they make a video, they report the video and all manner of things. That's the stage we are, but we cannot allow them to discourage us. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter. They cannot discourage us. Let them continue to get their Somalia visa. For us, Biafra, the legitimate Biafrans, we are going home. We are going home, and the time is now. We are going home. Our train is warming. We are going home. We will go home. No matter what they do, we will go home. And why them themselves will go to their Somalia. You see them, all those politicians. You know, some people, when they come, they begin to remove some politicians. I don't remove any one of them. Every politician in that zoological republic, starting from local government chairman to the top, any post you are contacting, you are connecting, you're contesting for, you are a criminal. That's what you are. You are a murderer. If you are a politician in Nigeria, you are a murderer, and you can't escape it. If you are a politician in Nigeria, already you are a murderer. By may see you as a politician, you are a murderer. That's what all of them are. That is why they have lost their conscience after wasting so many blood. They lost their conscience. They no longer care about the people. They don't care about the masses. They don't care about the masses. In a terrible time, when your federal capital territory is under siege, when the enemies are trying to take over your land, you are going for holiday. And you are using that holiday to give your president 6 weeks. If you don't come and tell something, we're going to impeach you. After 7 years. Are you not a joker? That's the greatest joke of all time. Even when we know that they will never ever impeach him. They will. Who they're going to give them the liver? Is it their oh God. It is a pity, but that is where we find ourselves. But I thank you, who has given us the grace to stand firm up to today. We will continue to stand firm. We will continue to stand firm and continue to fight. And any Biafra that is watching me, any place you are watching from, please stand firm. We are heading to difficult days. I agree. It is going to be much more difficult than it is today. But the only way you can survive is to make sure you listen to instructions. Increase your mental toughness. Listen to instructions. Listen to Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM. Always pay attention to that Voice of Biafra. You are going to hear a lot. If you have access to data, join our brother Samuel Nebra on his platform anytime he's broadcasting so that you can go to get raw information. Follow him on Twitter. On Twitter also, you get daily updates by hours on the situation of things. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. Don't allow yourself to be deceived by anybody. Do not allow yourself to be deceived. We are going home. Biafrans are going home. If you are one of those who is buying a ticket to Somalia and you are a Biafran, sorry for you. Anybody you see going for PVC, campaigning for PVC, getting PVC, raising PVC, is actually going for Somalia visa. Asking for PVC is asking for Somalia visa. Getting PVC is getting Somalia visa. And it will happen before you. You will see it. You will see it. The only difference is that the caliphate, when they are going there with their AK-47. You that is going to Somalia, what are you going to hold to go to Somalia? They have collected all your weapons, collected all your weapon of warfare. They have taken everything for you. So what are you going to use? What will you use? Nothing. But we cannot stop. No matter the attack they bring, no matter their strategy, no matter their means, no matter the level of oppression that they bring, we cannot allow them to oppress us. We will continue until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra have come, the message will continue to go far and wide of the goodness of Chukwu. I appreciate everybody who have watched me today. Everybody that has shared this video, say may Chukwu guide and protect you. Everybody that has shared, any place you are watching from, if you are watching from Biafra land, I say may Chukwu continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. We will continue. I'm going to try to be back. I'm going to be back, but it will be on my YouTube channel. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go to my YouTube channel, Chook Survivor. Go there and subscribe and click the notification button. I am going to do a program this evening by 7:30 p.m. It's going to be mind-blowing. Join that very program. I'm going to play so many videos to expose certain things that were forgotten. I'm going to back up my evidences. I'm going to provide so many evidences on that very program. The program is going to be by 7 p.m. on Choose for Survivor channel. Take notes, Choose for Survivor channel. Join me on Choose. When I start the program, I'm going to share it on this very page. When I share it so that you can connect, I am going to play some videos. You know, most of the time, when you don't play videos, some people will think that we are making things up. They will think we just wake up and begin to talk. But most of the things I'm saying here, I have evidences to prove what I'm saying. There are so many evidence. There are evidence to back up every claim I'm making here when I'm doing a video. There are evidence. A lot of them. Only that I cannot be able to play video here. But as time goes on, I'm going to try to be able to be playing video here. When I begin to play video here, then you can be able to understand better and know what is actually going on. But today, please kindly join me on that program. You're going to learn a lot. I appreciate you. Anybody that connected, any place I've connected from. If you join from Biafra land, special thanks to you. Because people in Biafra land are the ones facing the bullets. They are doing a lot of things. They are facing a lot of challenges. Against all odds, in the most difficult time, you still see them take their time to come and watch. I say, may Chukwu Magana protect you. If you are watching from Biafra land. Those in Asia, may Chukwu Magana protect you. Those in Europe, may Chukwu protect you. Those in America, Chukwu protect you. Those in South America, Australia, and Canada, may Chukwu continue to guide and protect every single one of you. We will continue until Biafra comes. May Chukwu guide and protect our brother Simon Ekpa. Guide and protect the Lua people, the Biafran people, the Middle Belt. May Chukwu guide and protect our Supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Secure him, guide him, protect him, and keep him for us. We will definitely see very, very soon. Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how they try to stop us. They will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra will definitely come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. Please join me on my YouTube channel to continue the broadcast. There I will play so many other videos for you to see. Thank you so much and remember, see you there.